Got it.
Oh my goodness.
Got
That
it.
was
Oh my
sudden.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Tonight, you're about 10 seconds away from the most embarrassing moment of your life. We're going to do 1990s Ford Fairlane. You guys have been asking for it just nonstop. Before we get started, this is our 150th show. So
Oh,
raise your
hey.
glass. Joe,
150.
Russ,
Holy
here's to
shit,
you.
90.
Sucking my dick.
I can't believe I missed it. I was waiting for it too.
Oh,
So wait,
Andrew Dice
Oh,
Clay gets a movie vehicle. It's something Sam Kinison never got. He brought in Gilbert Godfrey. He gets murdered in the first act. I mean, this movie, what can we say about it? Russ, you like this movie, right?
am I rating it?
Am I
Well,
right?
go ahead
Am
and,
I right?
yeah, I mean,
So once again, this is the first time I've seen a movie that we're doing,
Shocking.
and that did it. That did it no favors because the nostalgia was zero.
said the same thing about History of the World, and you were literally giggling by the end of that. So whatever.
And there we go.
Yeah, I'm hoping you can help me. I watched the movie
You got
and I
$100.
drank as much as I could because I wanted to like the movie more. But
You drank as much as you could. It's great.
I don't even know what to give this movie.
Was
It
that for the
wasn't-
movie, or was that just because it was Wednesday?
Wet
Más o
Wednesday, baby.
menos.
Wet Wednesday.
Where to God?
Gotta get into all
Anyways,
the hottest clubs.
I don't know. I'd probably like it about as much as Waiting. I'd want to watch it as much as I would want to watch
God,
Waiting again.
You son of a
Didn't I-
bitch.
That's fair.
Didn't I give
Oh
that
my
movie a
God.
D?
That's
So I think
that's
I'll give
fair.
this movie a D. Yeah, it's a D.
Oh,
This movie sucks.
there it is.
Joe, give some balance to this thing. This child.
Russell, I gave him the D. Oh, it's not a good movie. Not even a good movie. It's a good reminiscence of the era, Andrew Dice Clay. His whole that whole level of comedy that existed back then, because this was right around the time frame of Pryor, Eddie Murphy. Comedy was different back then.
Yep. Yeah.
His whole shtick was his character in this movie.
Right. Well, I mean, not so much rock and roll detective angle, but yes.
No, the
very
persona,
much,
the persona.
yes. Yes.
The persona was everything that he brought to the stage. And honestly, to treat it as a movie, because somehow this movie got made.
It sure did.
They almost went too serious with it. Like, there were a couple little nods. What do you think this is, a movie?
Right.
I mean, there were some nods to the ridiculousness, but just not enough. They were good for the time. They were good for the time. There were some cuts, dude. The chief, but again, you had to be culturally relevant at the time to get the references that were in this movie. And the culture that this movie references was such a snapshot, such a tiny little snapshot.
Well, it was L.A. I mean,
In
it
the
was
80s.
L.A. It was 1990.
Or
so when
90s,
did
in the
Dr.
90s.
Feelgood come out?
I mean,
Like, This ushered us from the 80s into the anyway, what's your letter? Your sound go out?
No, internal. I was trying to give some audio clue into the internal struggle. I really want to give it a higher grade, man, but it's a C, dude. Like, I mean, for reasons I'll explain beyond just the fact that it's an Andrew Dice Clay movie.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and I won't be so long in the tooth with my answer.
Ben's only answer is my head. My head.
My hair. Do my dishes.
My guitar.
I'm surprised to hear you give it a C. Honestly, like the movie itself is like a C minus. This is a bad movie. It's got a lot of bad things to it, but
fantastic.
You know what else it is? It's a movie that in 1990 I thought, oh, this guy is so fucking. How many times did you do the reach around the head cigarette?
Oh, dude, signature.
Oh my god. I mean, all the time with this, we were emulating this guy. He obviously does not translate over to today's humor at all. But I feel
he's
like
right up my alley, though, dude. I mean, I love the opening, opening credits. Do my dishes. I was like,
yes.
How can I be
do
this
my
guy?
dishes? Oh yeah, yeah.
We just wanted to be held.
All right, you got the bonus package. yeah. Dude, the thing I love to see. I haven't watched this movie in probably over 20 years, but when the kid is copying him and puts the cigarette, he goes to light it, and he smacks it out of his mouth. I love that move. This is a time in my life where I was.
Who is this kid?
Yeah, right. What are your names, Neil and Bob, or is that what you do?
I'm telling you, they lay it on heavy. The first 5 minutes of the movie, they lay it on.
Yeah, there is a definite slowdown where it's like, oh god, dude. And then he does break in the song, which is not. I've had it stuck in my head all day, but that doesn't mean I want it in my head all day. And it's funny too. The song he does, I'm like, I feel like that's the same melody as "Ice Cream Man" that David Lee Roth does. No lie. Yeah, I call it a C minus. Like, I wouldn't recommend this movie to people, but certain people, I'd be like, "Have you seen Ford Fairlane? Don't watch it." But I just wanted to see if you were this level of cool. Right. So it's
all
one
the
of
cool
those
kids.
movies.
The cool kids.
That's right.
I now own this movie. We all now own this movie.
Yep. Yep.
Ben has 2 copies now.
No, you got to keep the one I bought for you.
He said, "No, you got to keep it."
Returning. I'll be returning it to you on Sunday.
Hey, return it to Amazon, man.
All right, cool.
Drop it at a Kohl's. All right. Yeah, I had 2 Andrew Dice Clay CDs that I just loved. His nursery rhymes, dude. Which let's
where's he at today? What happened to Andrew Dice Clay? I haven't heard about that guy.
I read he started a podcast in 2018, and honestly, like he would have to try and be a completely different persona. Like, I'm sure there's a niche of people out there, but he would get so much flack. I feel if he were to try and be relevant.
If he was more real about it, it's basically Howard Stern.
Except Howard Stern is really great at interviews.
I'm just saying the persona. The problem is I don't think it was actually his persona. It was a stage act.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you can see a couple scenes in the movie where he's like, "This is my shot. I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna do a thing." Couple scenes. And it's like, no.
Was it when he was running from the house before it exploded? That was some dramatic acting.
But did you see how far he moves every second? It was a lot. Like, he should have only been able to get to the porch, but then they would look back at the clock and then be like, and then it'd go back to him, and it'd go, "Wow, he just ran 2 house lengths in 1 second."
Yeah.
I mean,
feel
if you
like
were
this,
flat out, you know what I mean? How far could you
It's-
really travel in 1 second?
it's movies like this that really ushered in like the ultra realistic. No, I want to be able to not poke any holes in any kind of plot.
Lethal
That brought
Weapon.
around a really heightened level of movie making.
Like Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, like
No, like
no,
Inception.
not Lethal Weapon.
Like Inception. Exactly.
I was not Inception. I was watching that scene
Interstellar.
where he's picks up the rapist guy or whatever his name is right in the beginning.
Sam the
Yeah.
And he
sleazebag.
slams him on the bar, and then he just starts sliding him down the bar. And as he's hitting glasses, they're exploding. It's
Right, yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. As you said in your text, he lights the villain on fire with a milkshake and he dies in 5 seconds.
Yeah, the lead singer in the
Dude.
opening band scene was on fire for longer than that.
Oh my god. I know, right?
The
That's Vince
guy-
Neil, man.
I caught that.
That's the
The
crew,
guy
baby.
literally had a gun pointed at him, and he just stands there and lets himself die while he gets flammable milkshake thrown on him, and a cigarette gets flicked at him, and then it like
You're
slowly
fired.
envelops his body, but he doesn't ever pull the trigger on that
I forgot
gun.
about the alcoholic milkshake. And to be honest
Anyways.
with you, when I saw that, I was
Yeah?
like, this needs to be in my
Zambuca
life.
milkshake.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Donald
need to
Trump
just
stole
have-
his line from this movie.
Which one?
You're fired.
Oh,
You're fired.
I thought you
Stole
were going
it.
to say grab her by the pussy.
That's
I
his
don't think it
line.
ever comes up in this movie.
Well, kind
They
of.
do say
You know, it was the
Him?
one punch,
Maybe.
the one punchline this movie didn't have is, "Oh, are you the private dick?"
right.
Like, really?
I mean,
No,
well, Gilbert
right?
Godfrey does say became the 2 biggest dicks in LA. Me
Right.
on the radio and
Right, but
you
I
an
just
actual dick.
the available innuendo and punchline for his bit with
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
are you the
Dude, Gilbert
private dick?
Godfrey,
I was
so young in
surprised.
this movie.
God, stupid
So young in this
Stupid
movie.
young.
Crazy to think that he just passed away.
Teeth were still bad.
Yeah,
No, he
always,
didn't.
always.
I already Googled it. He has not died yet.
Yeah, yes.
Did
He
he?
died this year. I'm
No.
almost positive. Yeah. Google it again.
I know
Bitch.
that the lady from Cheers died.
Yeah, Kirstie Alley.
Yeah,
That
71.
dude, I can't tell you. I know it might be sad, but I feel like Cheers had a very profound place in my life for a number of years. I loved that show.
Same.
He did die. He died in April.
Yep.
Fuck you, Ben.
From COVID.
You kill every day. You kill another actor.
Well, guess who else is dead in this movie?
Ah, welcome to almost 40, Russ.
Yeah,
Asshole.
right? Oh my god, they just start speeding up. Pretty soon, Rebecca Howe's in the news and she's passed, and it's what's going on.
Show. Hey.
Ugh. Anyway,
Back to this
Yeah,
old ass
did
movie.
Google.
What about that car?
I did Google.
yeah, right.
No, I Googled Andrew Dice Clay. One of the first things
He's
that
alive.
comes up is whatever happened to Andrew Dice Clay. So
I
I
believe
clicked it, and it said that last year he was diagnosed with Bell's palsy. Do you guys know what that is?
that's
Oh,
fucked up.
yeah.
I had to
no,
That
Google
is.
that
That's
too.
where.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad news.
and I felt like
It's fucked
wouldn't
up.
that just make him more authentic?
Ah.
Because he's like
Sure.
the whole way he
Ouch.
talks is like half of his mouth is leaning to one side.
That's fucked up. That's
Damn.
fucked up, Russ.
Damn. That's
Uh,
taking it to another level.
Speaking of which, let's
Anyways,
take it to
it was
another
declared
level.
temporary. He's fine.
Yeah, Bell's palsy is temporary. It's Hell's
Is
palsy.
my internet
that,
bad right now?
no, just you. Let me ask you a question though.
That's a beautiful head.
What would you
Oh,
say is the most offensive
Oh,
thing he does in this movie? What would you say? By today's standards.
in the first scene where he interacts with his secretary and he's headed out, and she says, "What about last month's pay?"
And
He's
he
like, "Come
kisses
here,
her. Yeah.
come here, come here." Yeah, that would probably be top of the
Pretty
pile
awful.
for me.
Pretty awful. Russ, no, you found everything acceptable. Understood. I've never liked him pushing the hors d'oeuvre into her mouth. I've always
was
thought like
gonna
that's
say that.
monstrous.
Yeah, the kissing scene.
I rewound that scene because I was like, what just happened here? And then they walk out into the parking lot and she's all about him again. And they start
Right.
talking and he's like, you can't blame me. Like you wanted to have sex with all those other women.
No, it's a perfect example of
my most-
perpetrating an abusive relationship in Hollywood. I mean, freaking all these girls. Oh, well, that's what you do when you love someone. No, bitch, get the fuck out.
Do my dishes.
Do my dishes. You
All
got
right.
the
Well,
bonus package.
let's speaking of the package, let's get the wad out. Writers, who gives a shit? Director, though, Rennie Harlan. Not the first movie Rennie Harlan directed that we've done on this show.
Oh, I say what?
I'd ask you.
What's the other one?
That's right.
What is it? I
Crazy,
don't
right?
know. I don't know.
Deep Blue
Waiting?
Sea, baby.
Ah, that makes sense.
Deep Blue Sea.
Not as
He
raunchy,
also
but
did
just
Die
as,
Hard 2.
which we haven't done.
No, but speaking of sequels that were not as good, that you're like, oh, come on. Yeah, it is. Cliffhanger, though. Russ, that's one of your favorites?
I
Only
mean,
when it's airtime.
Cliffhanger's unforgettable. The scene where right in the beginning of Cliffhanger, that is a unforgettable scene.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about,
And
right?
then he also did
That's
Long
fair.
Kiss Goodnight, which I feel like does not get enough cred.
I know. Why haven't we done that movie yet? That's a great movie.
I know, right?
That
Young
is a
Samuel L.
great
Jackson, Gina
fucking
Davis.
movie.
You got
That's a
Gina
great
Davis
movie.
eyes.
Ben, can you act out the beginning of Cliffhanger again for me?
The beginning of the what?
I knew I was lagging.
Did you say the beginning of the fingering? It's
You only just started.
what did you say?
The beginning of Cliffhanger. Will you act out the beginning of Cliffhanger
where he
again?
says no. No, I won't do that again.
He did it. He didn't do it as good, Russ.
Oh,
I'm better now. I'm better now.
Okay.
You're better now
Russ
than you've
fixed
ever
it.
been. Dude, let's get to the A. There's really only one guy I want to talk about in here, but there's plenty of guys to talk. Wayne Newton's in this movie.
Yeah.
Donkashane, Mr. New Vegas.
No, that was a good little touchback, especially for Andrew Dice Clay and his flavor. Yep. I don't feel like they did enough with it though. Right? I gotta go get my shark steak. That was pretty good. But they could have done so much more with it.
Yeah. He was kind of bumbling dude. Priscilla Presley had a career in the 80s with Naked Gun, and then this
Which
movie.
Which character was she in this movie? Don't tell me
she's Queen Colleen.
Juju Flowers. Oh.
No, she's Queen Colleen.
Wait, which one was
Yep, trying to remember who that even was in the movie. It's cool. Let's talk about the best actor.
I didn't finish it, man.
Movie.
It's been hell week. I fell asleep before it was over.
Oh, God. Real confessions.
Yeah, no. The last scene I saw was his little sidekick got beat up and was like, "Well, what about? I tried to protect you, man, but they beat the shit out of me and blew your house up, and you're hiding behind your freaking boat. And where's my dad? And why'd you take my $100? You know what I loved about this movie? Every time they cut to a scene for him in the morning, he looked like he had been to an absolute fucking ball busting rager, right? House but they never showed that side of it. I'll give this movie that credit. Like they left that to your own mind of what this guy got up to at the end of the day. Yeah. They
Imagination.
alluded to it. The illusion was strong.
Black Dynamite. It's just a way better version of this movie.
Is it?
Black Dynamite.
Come on,
sure,
you guys have seen
I'm
Black
sure. Yeah,
Dynamite,
no,
right?
this movie is like it's formulaic. Yeah, no, it's just a matter of I was a big Andrew Dice Clay fan. Like Sam Kinison was good too, but I don't know. I really liked how Clay diced.
That was
How
pretty
he
good.
set up his act, how he got his act put together so that it was so well done. I mean, Eddie Murphy, obviously amazing, but yeah, this is when you had comics that were offensive, but that was what you expected to go see. Like Andy Kaufman really kind of got into this with his character who would heckle him. It would be his manager heckling him from his audience. Yeah. This was a whole series of time.
And this was the sunset for Richard Pryor. Like Richard Pryor was still on the scene around this time.
Yep.
And that guy was
being much more intelligent than any of these other guys.
Oh, dude, the comedy back then, you had to be intelligent to get it. Yeah, that was what made him so controversial. A lot like, and I might catch shit because I can't remember his name right now on camera.
Yeah, you will.
Fucking the other friggin' guy that's so offensive that doesn't even do.
That other friggin' guy. You talking Lenny Bruce?
No.
No, you're not.
The Chappelle.
All these
Chappelle.
Guys.
Dane Cook.
Chappelle.
Cook.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Shoot me in the face.
Carlos Mencia.
Chappelle.
Dane Cook
touches back to this era of comedy. You know what I mean? He doesn't shy away from the shit that's like, hey, you know what? It's funny because it's true.
Dave Chappelle still does stuff.
He's still doing stuff.
He does, but look at the persecution that he gets because of his comedy. I mean, he's wildly loved and incredibly maligned because of his comedy. And these comedians, Andrew Dice Clay and those people back in those days, yeah, I mean, they got a little bit of hate, but most people just laughed. People knew how to laugh back then. Didn't take shit so fucking seriously.
Not everybody. There was plenty of, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, picketing, Sam Kinison.
I mean, drunk driving is bad. I mean,
right. It's
why? Yeah. I say this a lot on this show. It's because my generation sucks.
People try to put you down.
They're a bunch of pussies.
Just because you get around.
I'm just saying the silence was a resounding endorsement of that comment.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's talk about the best actor in the movie. We can leave it all behind. We got an early call time. Ed O'Neill. Ed O'Neill as a fucking detective.
Booty time.
Yeah. I was going to say this might be my second favorite Ed O'Neill, but then I thought about it. No way. It's actually fourth out of 5. What would you guys say?
Goddamn, what was number 1?
Oh, come on, dude. Fucking Al Bundy.
For me, it's
baby.
Yeah, it's married with children. I mean, all day long. Sign me up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Number 2 is Wayne's World, the donut shop owner. He does the fucking monologue into the camera. Excuse me. Only Garth and I can talk to the camera. Dude, that's one of my favorite little clips. Seeing that in the movie theater, I was like, Ed O'Neill, awesome. And it was hella funny. And then number 3, the movie did Dutch. I've seen that movie many times.
That's a good.
I love that.
I'd
movie.
actually say
he does the crying.
Dutch is.
Oh my God, dude.
Dutch is like right there with Married with Children for me.
I was gonna say I'd swap number 2 for 3. So what's your number 4 though, Ben?
Oh, this movie.
All right, and then 5.
I mean, he's done a lot, but
you said top 4. You said number 4 in your top 5.
I've got a 5 though.
Didn't pick a 5?
Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
No, Modern Family, the newer show.
Bone Collector.
He wasn't really. Was he?
He's so funny in Bone Collector.
Is he?
No. He's in
I
it,
don't-
but it's
Yeah,
not
no.
funny.
I don't think so.
I
You guys
He's
remember
an
that
interesting
movie?
character, though. You ever learn about him? He's had a very interesting life.
I actually took his role in this as another touchstone of that 90s culture of like he was a kickback to Married with Children for me,
Oh yeah,
you know, and it's always going to be Married with Children, dude. I mean, the fucking wisdom that show put out into the universe for
fucking yeah, beyond iconic. They had Anthrax on. I mean, it's one of my favorite shows of all time for that alone.
Dude, can we just talk about Booty Time when when Andrew Dice Clay asks him like,
Disco Express.
"Why do you
Jerk
hate me
off.
so much?" And then he
I
seriously
call you a jerk
explains
off
Booty
because that's
Time
what
to
I
him.
think of you.
Oh yeah, dude, the little reverse psychology thing was a fun little touchback
Jerk off.
every time. Jerk off.
And he's like,
Damn.
"That wasn't you, was it?" And he just starts breaking into dance. Booty time,
Yeah.
booty
Oh,
time.
he didn't even ask. There was no acknowledgement that he was actually.
I
the
was
person.
gonna
Like,
say he looked like shit, but you're right. He kind of looked
looks
like you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, booty time, dude. I mean, again, like there are few people you meet where it's like this guy's pretty cool. Let's find out. Well, you can't ask people, "Do you know booty time?" Because that can go many different ways. But anybody who could get the answer right, you're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Across the USA,
Booty time, booty time.
booty time, booty time.
But if
Morris
they get the
Day,
answer wrong, good for them.
good for them. That's right.
Because this movie sucked.
Fuck those people.
Vince
They're
Neil.
not our fan base.
Joe, what do you think
I
of Vince
guess.
Neil being in this movie? Who gives a
what-
shit? Or
yeah, whatever. Who gives a shit?
all right, all right.
I mean, it just fit
Well-
it fit the propaganda for the movie. I actually expected to see more rock band references and rock industry wanting to be a part of the Andrew Dice Clay wave. And they were in there. There were a couple cameos, but I expected a lot more. In retrospect,
Yeah, I
there
wonder
weren't
if
as
Sheila
many as
E.
I
hates the
remembered.
fact she was in this.
You know, the Pussycats.
Fun fact
All
about Vince Neil.
actresses.
Right.
Yeah.
Motley Crue was the first heavy metal band to go platinum.
Huh.
But I'd have to fucking get
Which
I'd have
song?
to pull numbers. on
Kickstart My
that.
Heart? No. Too Fast
I
for
don't know.
Love? Shout at the Devil.
Casey told me like 15 years ago, and he
Probably
was
Shout
right
at the
about music a
Devil.
lot. So
Probably Shout at the Devil.
Oh.
Shout. Shout.
Yeah.
Shout at the
All
devil.
That's, there are other actors in this movie. We've all let you know. If you've made it this far, you're like, am I supposed to watch this movie? No, don't. But listen to this show and share it. And, you can get all the fun stuff.
Covered in film. I watched them. Oh.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, watch the next video. It's the last good video we did. Thank you for making it through this one. And you guys have any parting thoughts?
I got some bells you could ring right here, baby. Oh.
I fucked him. Oh.